We are live. What is up, y'all? Can you guys see me? I look pretty dark. What is up? We got Daryl Dimer in the house saying hello. Hello, Daryl. Jub is here. Hello. And then Michael Dravino, the #1 live streaming lurker in the world, is here. Welcome, Mr. Michael. Patricia is here. Hello. Hello, Patricia. Romaine Paul is here. He hasn't been here in a while. What is up? Turbofish is here. What is up, Turbofish? Jade Orsi, sorry if I got that incorrect, says hi. What is up? I'm still stupid red. Yeah, and I'm peeling on my forehead now. I don't know if you guys can tell. I just got back from a baseball game about 30 minutes ago, and my head is peeling. Oh, I'm just giving you a hard time, Michael. You're not the #1 lurker, I'm sure. You're usually pretty involved in the streams. Jad, not Jade, no worries. Cool, thanks. Welcome to the stream. Dang Tank says tater peeler. I didn't think you guys use tater up in the Northeast, man. That's some backwoods language right there. Tank says no, he doesn't lurk. He just leaves completely. Well, I was going to rib him a little bit and say, well, you shouldn't be doing any water changes. You're about 90 gallons down on your tanks this week now, but I thought, it's too soon. So, Dank says, I have lots of family in Tennessee. That is pretty south, I'm telling you. Down at Possum Holler Road. Yeah, I don't have no possum. I've never heard of no Possum Holler Road. I've ate possum before, though. It's really greasy and oily. I had it barbecued, like barbecued pulled pork. Taters and skeeters, yeah. Michael says, what a dick. Yeah, I'm talking out loud. I was going to say it, but I didn't. And then I said it, But yeah, you guys that don't know, Michael lost a tank this week, and gosh, I shouldn't tease because I lost a tank once and I had to nuke it and everything. It was such a bad disease. I don't even know what it really was. I treated for everything, and it really does suck. And I lost a lot of fish. I can't remember. I think he said he lost $1,000 worth of fish, I think it was. And it's not even the money, really. I mean, like mine, I don't know how much my fish was worth, but I lost probably 60 fish. And they're irreplaceable type of fish. I don't ever see them or anything out there, so. Dank says greasy, yeah. And it wasn't me, Mike. I complied with your request. Oh, so Mike requests not to say anything? I don't remember him saying that to me, but it was a bad day for him, I'm sure, and I shouldn't tease him about it. Plus, he's all busy at work here lately, too. Well, here lately, I say, he always works 7 days a week, so. Sergeant Tank Pets says, yo, what is up, Jeremy? Welcome back to the real world. I'm sure you had a busy weekend. It's actually almost the weekend already again. I mean, we're pretty much at Thursday here. Dank says he knew Dank would blabbermouth. Well, yeah. No, we good, yeah. It's just one of those things, It's actually tough. V-Stag is here. Hey, Victor. He says hi to all. And he didn't put his hashtag New Jersey Fish Fam at the end, but he's more than welcome to. Dank Tanks with some smiley emojis. So, I had a crazy thing happen this week, and it had never happened to me before. But Monday, I had a free schedule Monday night, And I was contemplating, like you do when you have a bunch of water changes to do, I was contemplating on waiting till Tuesday night or to go ahead and start doing my water changes Monday night in one of my fish rooms. And I decided to go ahead and do them. Kind of that why put off for tomorrow what you can do today type mentality. So Monday night at like 6:30, 6 o'clock, I started doing water changes on my fish room in my office here. And I got them all halfway empty. I was doing 50% water changes on all of them. And about 6:45, I get a text from the head coach of the baseball team that I'm helping coach. And he says, reminder, we have a game tonight at 8 o'clock. Everybody be there at 7:15. Well, I couldn't fill all the tanks back up in just like 15 minutes, you know. So I left them all halfway, and the halfway point I still get flow out of my hang on the back, so it was really actually pretty good. Went to the ball game, got home about 9:45, and then finished all my water changes. But I'd never been interrupted in the middle of water changes like that before and had to leave for a few hours, and it was kind of stressful. The whole time I was there I was thinking, man, because like the little 10-gallon tank that I got my L182s in, I turned down the heater a little bit because I was like, well, if it's only got 5 gallons in it, that heater might heat the water. I was like thinking, I'm going to be gone for 2 hours. I don't want to fry them, you know what I mean? So I was kind of stressed out the whole time. Turbo Fish says New Jersey will be lit AF. And Dank says, what's good, Turbo? So, dude. You know, just winding down for the night. Yeah, Dank's an hour ahead of me, so it's getting close to Dank's bedtime. Put me in, coach. So Jub says I need to do my water changes tomorrow. I've got to do water changes. Actually, I'm really far behind on water changes on my son's. He's got like 4 fish tanks in his room. I need to do those tomorrow night, and then the next night I'll do my fish rack. But yeah, I've got water changes coming up too. Fish Tropic is here. What is up, Fish Tropic? Yeah, B-Stag said it'll be lit. Hashtag New Jersey AE 2018. Dank says, you smack any homers? No, but that game, whenever I showed up to the game, I asked the coach, because whenever you're coaching little 11 and 12-year-olds, 9 times out of 10, when the kids start showing up, they start saying, am I going to pitch tonight, coach? Can I pitch tonight? So whenever I got there, I walked up to the coach and started pestering him to see if I could pitch. Patricia says, eek. Talking about water changes. Got to go, LOL. Bye all. Well, thanks for stopping by, Patricia. Good luck with your water changes. Jad says, did all my water changes today. Got one that's going green on me for now. I'm actually going to dabble in some green water this summer. I'm going to get a tank set up to do green to put some of my fry in. I don't know which ones yet. So Dank says, yeah, it's going to be lit all right. That's going to be one that Dank is for sure probably going to be able to go to. Dank says, here comes Candy. Whoa, Priscilla is here. What is cracking? What is up, Priscilla? That box that I sent you the other day was kind of fun. I even actually did a little bit of a video on it. I didn't hear from you today, so I'm sure you didn't get it today, but it was kind of funny. You'll just have to wait and see. Lumpy Dog is in the house. What is up, Lumpy Dog? Welcome. Jad says, green water loves me. I just let it do its thing. Yeah, I've never tried it before. I've came pretty close to having a tank explode, and it was one, I say explode, but one turned into green water, and it was one that I didn't really want to, so I kind of did some stuff to stop it from happening. But I don't know, I'd like to get like maybe even a 55-gallon full of green water and just put a bunch of fry in there. Candy says, what do you mean, here comes Candy? Whenever he said that, I imagined him saying it like this. Here comes Candy. It's kind of stupid, but that's how I imagined him saying it when I read it. That's how it went off in my mind. See, yeah, it's like Dank. Dank, did you send her a message or something? Priscilla, I got your package. Everything is dead. Aww. I wonder if you're being serious. I wondered about the snails, if they would be or not, because when I put them in the little bag, they were eating on a cucumber when I scraped them off. And a bunch of cucumber stuff came off into the water. So then I fished them out and put them into another thing and tried to rinse them off. But whenever I bagged up the bag, they smelt like cucumber water still. So I wondered if they would spike. But the guppy grass was dead too. That's kind of sad. I don't know how that would have happened. I've never shipped it before, so I don't know. Dank says, Jeffro, you suck at shipping. Priscilla says, no, just kidding, all good. Oh, okay, cool. KG Cichlids is here. He says, what's up, Jeff? What is up, KG Cichlids? I think your name's Kevin, right? I hate calling people by their YouTube name. Mine's pretty easy. It's, you know, pretty much what my YouTube channel name is, but what is up, man? I kind of like that emoji. I don't know that I've ever seen that one with the sunglasses on, so let's see. Michael Trevino, I just turned down the 90-gallon, pulled all the gravel out. My house smells now. Yeah, that sucks, man. Mike, turn it into a vivarium. Dank is always thinking. Yeah, Candy just got my comment about the here comes Candy. Dank says it's no longer fish worthy. Is this the Price is Right? Yeah. Candy overalls, come on down. It's your turn to see if the price is right. No, I seen Dan's stream end. Oh, it's over now. Oh, okay, gotcha. What is up, MJ Aquatics? Okay, so now I'm confused. She said, now I'm kidding, and then she said Z, and now she says dead serious. So I guess your next comment just, I guess, let me know if they did or not. I can't see how the guppy grass would die, though, because I packed, well, the one thing I was worried about, I'd never done it before. I mean, I'd never shipped guppy grass before, but what I did was I wrapped them in a paper towel, kind of like a burrito, lightly, and then I put them in a bag with a lot of air in it to where they wouldn't get crushed in shipping, I guess, is what my strategy was. Michael says it will be fish worthy again one day. Fish Tropic says, Jeff, how are the new plecos doing? All my new plecos are doing great. The little L182s are growing like a weed. They're eating really good. I mean, they're eating every day. The L183s are doing good. I put in a big thing of zucchini earlier, and all 6 of them were on the zucchini, and that's what I like to see. I think it was you that commented on one of my videos or something and told me to put a piece of tile over the top of their caves, and it'd give them more dark spaces at the front of the tank, and I did that, and I think that's probably why they're spending a lot more time up front. Plus, their driftwood that I have in there, instead of it going across the back of the tank, I've got it like propped up towards the front of the tank, and they're always on the bottom of it in the shadows, and I can see them all the time now. But they're growing. There's still one of them. It's a little blotchy, and it's like the thinnest one out of all of them. But I think it's a female, and she's eating really well. But their colors are really starting to look good. For the most part, they're all colored up really good, and I'm not worried about this one that is discolored. Peter says, killing guppy grass takes a special talent. Well, in one of the comments I seen her say that it all looked good, and in another one, dead, everything's dead. And actually in 2 comments, I think she said they were dead. Petzotic says, hi Jeffro, how's it going? It's going good, man. Welcome. Call me K-Love. I'm really behind. KG is Kevin. He's a good dude. Yeah, I thought he was Kevin. Kevin, I refuse to call you that. Peter says, I ate dark frog legs for dinner at Tank. Well, I've ate a bunch of frog legs in my time. Kevin is cool, but KG has his moments. I miss Bob Barker. Yeah, I like that movie where him and Adam Sandler are in a fight on the golf course. That was just classic. Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. Okay. Typical. I got down to Michael. He says, typical woman playing with your emotions. Friends don't let friends litter. Only my friends have issues, never me. Never. Unless they don't want the garbage in the car. Priscilla says, no, it's all good. The snails are alive. I haven't opened the guppy grass yet. Looks difficult to open, but I'll do it in a minute. Had to grab Michael's plants from the 90-gallon. Cool. Well, that guppy grass, what I would do to start it off to get it really going, because it might, I don't know, since it's been boxed up for 2 days, it might melt back a little bit. I don't know, but what I did is when I first got that guppy grass, I started out with a little Ziploc bag of it. And at first, I thought it was going to die. I had it kind of in a high flow tank, and it was just going like that all the time. Well, then I put it over into a sponge filter tank, and it really started taking off. And I kept it in a 10-gallon tank for a long time. And once a week, I would do my water changes on that tank. It was like a quarantine tank, but I would do Easy Green in it. And then once a week, I would take like half of it out and put over into another tank that I was wanting to use it. And then the next week, that 10-gallon tank would be full again. And I kept on doing that until I really got it propagated really good. And then it just takes off. And now I don't have very many tanks that don't have it in it. But I'm glad to see your snails look good. I probably could have got you a lot more. The night before, they were on that cucumber, and there was like probably 100 more than that. And I was in a hurry, and I ended up not getting you very many, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, JH, I seen that. I actually got a lot of those this week, so yeah, that's cool. If you know anybody else in the fish community, send them, what do you call that on Facebook? Suggest me, I guess you would say. Driving home during rush hour, I'll be listening. Cool. Dank says, what up, JH? Josh B says, hey, Jeffro, any L134s ever in the cards? Just found your channel recently. Great stuff. Well, I think the L134s are the leopard frog pleco, and I got a buddy that's here in the chat, Michael Trevino, and he's got 12 wild-caught leopard frog plecos right now that he's trying to get to breed. And I'm going to see him in mid-July, and I'm hoping that he has babies by then that are big enough for me to take some home. And I don't know where you're from, Josh, but Michael is here in the chat, and his Facebook is Mile High Plecos. So you could reach out to him. He doesn't have any breeding right now, but yeah. Fish Tropic, nice. Zucchini holds lots of manganese for growth. Right on, Jeff. Yeah, they love cucumbers, zucchini, and green beans. And, you know, I don't feed them veggies every single day. I don't know who it was that I heard it from, but I think it may have been Jeremy, said that they need a little time in between veggies to not necessarily rejuvenate, but something like that, you know. I don't know. I just don't like to feed veggies every single day. I feel like their stomachs, it's probably like a lot of animals. You know, they can't eat the same type of vegetation every single day. They have to have something different in their diet. So I've got a number of different foods that I feed them. They get something different every single day. Why you stunting on my skinny tee? I'm gonna Hulk Hogan rip that in half. Okay. Are you talking about this tee? Ah, chores, listening and lurking. Shelby Ray Lane. Well, thanks for coming in here. JH Aquatics. It's coming, promise. At Dank Tanks. Fish Tropic. It might have internal parasites. What type of meds you have for internal parasites? I think I've got some general cure. I think that does parasites, don't it? It doesn't look real thin. It just looks like the body shape is a little bit more narrow. You know, the stomach is still good size and everything. It's just got a little bit different of a body shape than the other fat ones. But I'm not really worried about it having internal parasites. It doesn't look like thin as in it's sick. It's acting fine. It looks a lot like, you know, I've got some common bristlenose, and they all came from the same spawn, and there's like 30 of them. And, you know, I've got some huge males that are just big and fat, you know, but then I've got some that are just, you know, not getting as large as that, I guess you would say. Dank Tank says, I'm gonna literally be the Marshmallow Man when I put it on. Oh my gosh. I am probably way behind. Priscilla MK Art, good evening. Candy says, Priscilla, why did you get Michael's plants out of the 90? I just got some Fantasy Blues from China. They're like electric blue, so sweet. Awesome. You got them straight from China? That is awesome. I bet that was wild. Candy says guppy grass is like duckweed. Susie is here. Q Aquatics says, hey everybody. I think Candy, his tank had some issues, and he probably just let her have the plants. I'm gonna glow it in a tub with an air stone with Michael's stuff. Chef Hannibal says, hey Jeffro, are wood shrimp okay with Neos? Thanks. I have never kept wood shrimp, so if anybody in the chat knows anything about wood shrimp, Chef Hannibal is asking, are wood shrimp okay with Neos? I've only kept, you know, just cherry shrimp. I've got like 3 different colors of cherry shrimp. Neocaridina. I probably got into shrimp probably about 7 or 8 months ago, and I've never kept a wood shrimp. Float, not gloat. I didn't know though. Michael says, I'm trying. Dank Tanks and Turda Color Granules. LOL. Michael, why did you get rid of the plants? Oh no. Candy overhauls. Between you and me, he cray. Fish Tropic says, just put wood in the tank. Most plecos eat 70% wood for digestion. Yeah, I've got big chunks of wood. Every one of my pleco tanks has wood. I didn't steal them, I know that. He says I got a plant problem. I don't think so, Trevor. How are the puffy puffers tonight? Yeah, it's a different type of shrimp. Yeah. He's just probably wondering if you can put them in with Neocaridina shrimp. Michael says, pH went out of whack on me. Priscilla has all my plants now. Devin Peppers, what is your opinion on angels in a 45-gallon with 2 bristlenose plecos and 5 killiloches and ditherfish, and what best ditherfish with angels in a 45-gallon? I was looking at rummy nose tetra. I have never kept, let's see, I've never kept angels. My son has. I know in angels you have to have a taller tank. You can't have like a long shallow tank. You have to have a long one. So if your 45 gallon is tall, you're good on the angels. Keely loaches, I've never kept those, or dither fish. And I've never kept rummy nose. Yeah, I'm more into live bearers. The only cichlids or fish, I guess they're not just cichlids, that we have in the house is my son has a community tank that has clown loaches in it and a bunch of tiger barbs, and he's got some bella sharks, and and he's got some neon tetras, blue neon tetras, and what's that, iridescent shark, and then he's got, yeah, so other than that I've got you know, swordtails, platies, guppies. I do have some dwarf gouramis. I kind of went outside the box. And then I've also got endlers. But as far as any of those fish, the bristlenose I have, and I would think your angels and bristlenose would be good as long as the bristlenose have plenty of caves to hide in and stuff. I know that some of your wild caught angels can be bad to the bone. So what I do, you know, and I know you're just asking a question on one of these chats, but I don't have an answer for you. But what I do on, like, my son is always coming to me wanting to add fish to his community tank, you know, and every time he comes to me with a fish is I Google all the fish that I have in the tank to see what fish they go with, and that's usually pretty good, you know. I would say the rummy nose are going to be good as long as you have enough of them, but that's just me saying that. I've never kept them, so I'm really not kind of qualified to really answer on those. James Caudell, hello everyone. What's up, James? Fish Tropic says, what type of wood, Jeffrey? It's good to have soft and hardwoods for selection. I've got off of your, I think we were on Jeremy's live stream one night, and you had talked about spiderwood being harder. I've got some spiderwood. I've got some Mopani, and it's hard. And then I've got Malaysian. So the Malaysian is softer. That's what I've got, just a mixture. In the one tank that you and I were talking about in the chat, though, I've got Malaysian in there. And I think that's the only wood that I have in there right now. Dank says, yup, rummies. But I'm biased, yep. Fish Tropic, barbs. Candy, they are still adorbs. Fish Tropic says white clouds. Yeah, I'll tell you what I would like to get. I would like to get some of those long fin white clouds. I think Rachel has them and Lucas has them. Lucas went to this guy that had been in the fish hobby for like 60 years a couple or 3 months ago, and he picked him up some long fin white clouds, and those fish are really pretty. I like those a lot, so I probably would like to get into some of those. Now I got to start thinking what to keep with the puffers after quarantine. Fish Tropic says rice fish get sick. Me, rice fish from Jeremy. Blood fins. James says, can you use salt in a planted tank? I'd like stay away from salt, and the reason why is because I think if you use salt, I can't remember how they said it, but I heard on one of the keeping channels that if you use salt, it's almost like kind of like a crutch. But I think plants don't like salt. I don't know that for a fact, but I don't use salt in my tanks anymore. I used to because I was having troubles with a tank that had guppies in it, and I know it's good to kind of cut down on bacteria and stuff like that, but tannins in the water are too. So if you got you some like Mopani or some leaves and stuff like that and added some tannins to your water, but I stay away from the salt. And I don't think that you can keep salt with your plants. I would stay away from it. And if you're thinking about seriously doing it, I would Google what type of plants you have, and I would just put, is salt good for this aquarium plant? But I don't think that your plants like salt. So I would answer no, but if you really are serious about it, like if you're trying to treat like some fish or something, or try to keep them from getting bacteria, which I think that's about the only use really for salt in your aquarium, that's probably what I would do, is I would Google it, but I don't think plants like salt. Maybe black neons and some rummy nose. Yeah, those black neon tetras are awesome. I almost pulled the trigger on some of those one time. Josh B, thanks for the info. Unfortunately, I'm Canadian, so a little difficult to get fish through all the awesome people in these YouTube streams. Chicken Lips 2 is here. Says, hey Dank, do I look all nimbly bimbly, jumping tree to tree? LMAO. Yeah, Dank says, or rummy nose and more rummy nose. James says, yes, just do half. Oh, Priscilla says, at James Caudell, yes, just do half the dose though. Plants don't like salt. Okay, great. I always just stay away from salt. You know, I did it for a while in a tank that I didn't have plants in it, but somebody was talking about how you can kind of condition your fry and everything to half and half salt in the tank. So you would just have to be nonstop salting your tank, and then the salt stays in the water when you do water changes or something like that, and it can cause problems down the road. Don't use salt if you have cories. That's a good one. Thanks, Dank. Let's see here. I missed a bunch. You hoping to what are you hoping to achieve with the salt? That's what I was thinking too. I was just thinking that he probably had I don't know about salt and shrimp, but I think Rob said you can't use salt, just not sure how much though. Chicken Lips 2, your Super Troopers quote cracked me up, right meow. What you hoping to, yeah. If you have Val, it won't like salt at all. Fish Tropic says, sweet Jeff. Dank Tanks, the snozberries taste like snozberries. I have guppies. I hear they do better with salt. Yeah, and that's the tank that I had used it in, and they was doing really good with salt. But I don't know. I can't remember who it was that I heard that from, but the way they explained it was, if you use salt with your fish, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's just not good to get into salt to use to keep them from getting sick. You know what I mean? There's more natural stuff that's not as harsh as salt or something like that. So I started staying away from salt. My guppies are doing good now. They don't like my water though. I think my water is really too soft for them. They like the fancy guppies like a hard water. So I don't know. I used salt for a long time too. I used to use it a lot back in the day, and I started using it for a couple of months because I was trying to figure out why my guppies weren't doing good. You know, I was losing guppies, and then I, lost most of my adult guppies, but I had a bunch of fry from them. So the fry liked the water. I think I heard from somebody one time that if you keep your fry in the tank that they were born in, they can adjust to your water, and then after that, you're good to go. And it just took me for a long time to get it to work. But yeah, I've got a pastel male that is beautiful that I bought 6, and he was the only one that lived, and he's doing great now, and he's popping out. Well, he's not popping out babies, but he's producing pretty good right now. James, if there's nothing wrong, I wouldn't do salt. That's what my recommendation would be too. Michael Trevino says, be right back, phone's gonna die. Lame at Michael Trevino. JH Aquatic says, salt is always good in my world. Okay. And that's another thing, guys. Like, if you're using salt in here and it's working for you and things are going great, then there's no problem, you know. But I don't know. I just kind of, plus it's cheaper to not run the salt. You know, I've got a lot of tanks. I got a lot of guppy tanks. But if it is working for you, go ahead and just keep right on keeping on. And there's, I mean, it's the worst it could do is if you did it in a planted aquarium and you happen to have some plants in there that don't like salt. Or you could start out small doses of salt and work your way up or something like that, you know. It all depends on how important it is, what you're needing to do. If your fish are going to die if they don't have the salt in there, or they're going to struggle and not thrive, then it might not be a bad idea to do some salt. And if you've got some plants in there that don't like salt, maybe pull those out and put them in a different plant or a different tank. Let's see, Fish Tropic, if you have a meter, you can add salt to a planted tank. I keep my tanks at 1 ppt of salt. Cool. JH says marine salt. Yeah, that's important too. It has to be aquarium safe salt. I'm so jealous of you guys. We can't get some of the fish and shrimp here in Australia. Well, you've got a guy. Well, yeah, Australia. I was thinking Mark's shrimp was in Australia, but he's like New Zealand or something, I think. Yeah, I feel for you. We've got it pretty good over here. Our hobby is really growing, and it's pretty good. I've seen it really grow in the last year for sure. JH Aquatics, it's all about how much salt. Yeah, definitely. Kevin says salt is usually good on a nice slab of salmon. That is right, brother. I went down in the chat and just, I guarantee I was way behind is what the deal was. But Peter says, my fish room likes jazz music. That is awesome. I use red sea salt. Okay. KG says, I bet your fish are pooping all over at the moment. Pink salt on a steak. Yeah, that's good, Priscilla. JH Aquatic says, I add marine salt to all my tanks, including my Caridina shrimp. It is more about your TDS. Gotcha. Priscilla, at JH Aquatics, you adding for one to get a HO higher TDS. Tell me about it. My TDS is always low. Yeah, Priscilla says, that came out way wrong. Sheesh, I can't pay attention. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. Thanks, Fish Tropic. JH Aquatics says, the amount of marine salt I use is very small, only measurable really by TDS starting with RODI water. That the only way you know what the ppms are actually. Gotcha. Priscilla MK Art says, interested, make a video. Yeah, that's a great idea. And it probably wouldn't be a bad idea because I can't even remember who it was that I heard it from. But right when they said that, and you know, basically the reason why my guppies, you know, about the only parameter that I can see is my water isn't very hard. You know, my water's pretty soft. My Neocaridina, I have to add stuff to my water to make it hard enough for them to be able to molt properly and different things like that. Yeah, it just is. Like I add crushed coral and different things like that to harden up the water a little bit. Your TDS meter will actually read salt content. Okay, I don't have a TDS meter either. I'd like to get one of those like Mark's shrimp has. His is a digital one that you just touch down into the top of the water. I think that one looks awesome. I did search around for them a little bit. I ordered You know what? I need to go back. I think I ordered one actually. I need to go back on Amazon and find out where that thing is. Because, man, that's been a couple of weeks ago I ordered that. JH Aquatic says if you start out with 7 ppm and you add some salt and then you read it and it is 100 ppm, you know 93 parts per million is salt. Exactly. I am sorry guys, but now I'm curious. I'm going to go to my Amazon account and look and see where my TDS meter is. Chat amongst yourselves. Let's see here. Orders. Yep, my Mexican beach pebbles came in today. I ordered a 30-pound bag of that stuff, and that is awesome. It's Margot 30-pound large Mexican beach pebbles. They're 3 to 5 inches long. They're really smooth. They're awesome. You know what? Your package was left near the front door or porch on April 29th. No, it was not. Unless it's in my house and my boys brought it in. That's one thing they never tell me. They never tell me when I get a package. Like tonight, I came in and I was at home for an hour and I seen this box and it wasn't really out of place or anything. And yeah, it was like, oh, there's my bag of rocks. Jeremy says TDS pin. Dank says yup. And then make sure you can calibrate the pin. Okay. So Jeremy sells TDS meters. After I get off the stream, I'm going to find out if it's here or not. Because if it's not here, I need to find out what the heck happened to it. Yeah, I didn't know Jeremy sold them. I love having RO water and TDS meter. I can create the environment my fish are from. Yeah, exactly. Susie says, I didn't think you could use the TDS meter in salt water. I think they're talking fresh water that they've added some salt to, is what they're talking about. So it's fresh water, but you know, it's got a little bit of salt in it. Fish Tropic says, hey B-Stag. Thanks for chiming in, Victor. I appreciate that. JH Aquatics, I feel like you're going to play with salt. I feel like if you're going to play with salt, you should have a TDS meter and a refractometer. Michael Trevino, back in the Heezy. Welcome back. B-Stag, everything cool. Never see you around. I'm always lurking. Yeah, he is always lurking. I need to calibrate mine. Not sure how to. Jeremy says he's out of them right now. I'm going to take it to Trevor's house and figure his TDS out. That's a good idea. I got his last one. Yep, he's got the kit. LOL. At B-Stag Yo. Lumpy Dog bored with my 46-gallon bow front. Plants are awesome, but fish are blah. Small school of tiger barbs in it. They look good, but I hate the little punks. Want to turn the tank over to live bearers. Well, it's a 46-gallon bow front. There's a lot of live bearers. There's some that I haven't even kept. Like my LFS got in some Variatus because he knows that I'm into live bearers, and I just about pulled the trigger the other day when I was there. I took in some stuff to the LFS to sell him, and I just about pulled the trigger. They were cool. There's some live bearers that I want to get that get huge, and that would be cool for the 46-gallon. I can't remember what the names of them are, what kind of help I am, but I really love the swordtails. They have some really bad to the bone swordtails out there, but and then there's some really awesome guppies out there too, and then there's some really awesome endlers. I mean, endlers would, a great big giant bunch of endlers in a 46-gallon bow front would look really cool. Fish Tropics, you calibrate with RO water. Priscilla MK Art Victor Hart. Fish Tropic says, hey Lumpy. Dank Tank says red tail Dalmatian platies. Those are cool. I've got some really cool platies too. Like I've got some that I've made that are really cool. But yeah, I love my platies too. I'm messing around with those a lot too. And actually, like, I've got some platy stuff coming up that I you know, my platies have slowed down because I've got a 55-gallon tank completely packed full of guppy grass, so they've kind of just slowed down. The males can't chase around the females very much. So I've got to get that figured out, which here I am saying I've got to do my summer tubs again. This is like the 4th week in a row I've said, no matter what, this weekend I'm doing them. And now I have no excuse. So it's coming though. I rehomed my goldfish out of my one that's in the basement. So that tank is empty now. And I've just got to go pick up another tub, and then this weekend I can get it done. Priscilla says, I got 5 tiger barbs too. Anyone want them? My son has probably 17 tiger barbs. He's got like some of the green ones. He's got a couple of the albino ones. And, you know, when you get around to sending me those endlers, if you want to throw them in there, I can, we can figure out something, but that's up to you. I could always bring you something whenever I come in July too. JH Aquatics at Priscilla MK Art, looking for a suitcase for Peru that is big enough for you to fit in. Fish Tropic says nope. Let's see, at JH Aquatics, boy, I just went way down. It is 4 foot tall, we're good. If it's 4 foot tall, we're good. Tank says rummy nose guppies. I would like, and Dank, I don't know, when I've watched your videos, you just say 30-gallon. To me, your rummy nose tanks almost on camera looks like a 30-gallon long, but that is really a great idea for the rummy nose. I really like those a lot too. They're really awesome. At Dank Tanks, I just saw some of those platies today. Sweet looking. Yeah, they are. JH Aquatics, copy that at Priscilla MK Art. Michael Trevino, why does the mermaid wear seashells? And then somebody says, Dank, I don't think those exist. My stream health is saying really low. A little blurry, but I should have picked them up last time I seen them because she grew out of her bee shells. Oh gosh. I want to get some, waiting to see them again. OMG done, Michael, I need more bags. Oh wait, take them in July. Sounds good to me. At Fish Tropic, Corey is pulling the tiger barbs out of the 800. Wow, some of his tiger barbs, Lumpy Dog. Some of those videos that I've watched, and the black, when they get as big as what his are, and you know, his tiger barbs are probably close to palm size, not all the way out to your fingers, but close to palm size. And some of the black, those tiger barbs, I've always loved tiger barbs. I don't know why. It was one of the first fish that I ever kept. And they always did good for me. I could always keep tiger barbs alive back in the day whenever I was really young and dumb in aquatics and stuff. Dank says 33 long. Fish Tropic. Tears Lumpy. LOL. I got loads of bags. They should be labeled as aggressive. Is that on the rummy nose, Fish Tropic? Fish Out of Water, sup buddy? Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for stopping in, Fish Out of Water. If you've got time, Saturday night I'll go live at 8 p.m. Central. Priscilla says, I didn't get that joke. Explain. Are you talking to me, Priscilla? Because I didn't think I made a joke. King Lee, did I make it? Yay! What is up, King Lee? not because they're causing a problem at Fish Tropic. Michael Trevino, boobs, Priscilla, C cup, B cup. That's the joke that she's talking about. Oh no, I should have read one more. It's got to do with, I keep mine busy. Like there's, 19 tiger barbs in there. There's clown loaches one time, and attention. Dank says, my parents had a love for the Priscilla, the hell. And Michael says, ha 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 ha. Okay, we're at the 9:55 minute mark. I did start a little late, so I'll go a few more minutes here. Trying to think of tomorrow. I've got a little bit of a change in videos. The last like 3 videos have been like pleco related. And tomorrow I did a small little video on the dwarf gouramis that I got. And I've never kept them before, so I decided to make a video on it. And I'm new to dwarf gouramis. I've never kept them before, but I've had them now for about 3 weeks and they're doing really good. So I did a little short video on them. And then Saturday night we'll be going live again at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And for you guys that can only make it on the Wednesday nights, I'll look real quick and see if I can do next Wednesday night again. For you guys that don't know, I help coach baseball and our games are all over the place. So after baseball season is out, I will always go live on Wednesday nights every week. But I'm waiting to promise that until baseball season is over. So today was the 9th. Friday night we got a game. The 14th we've got a game, and the 18th we got a game. So let me look at the 14th next week and the 18th. I can't do it in my head. So the reason why I go 9 p.m. Central is because Dan's Fish, I am really blurred out, ain't I? Wow. Dan's Fish goes right before me. Priscilla says, don't read that, Jeff. What did JH say? Can we do what you love? Hey there, Fish Tropic. Sergeant Tank Pets, I found out who got the green jades from the ALA. I'm happy he got them. I know they are in great hands. KG would never keep them glorified goldfish. JH Aquatics says LOL at Priscilla MK Art. So, don't read that, Jeff. I know I missed a bunch of chat tonight, so I wanted to say I'm sorry about that. I guess I could talk about the contest once really quick. If you guys haven't re-entered the contest, go ahead and re-enter again. It kind of slowed down, and that's okay. I'm not, but there's 7,000 entries right now. 725 people have entered, and we have, I'm waiting for it to, so I'll just shut that off. We got until May 15th, so 100 and a few hundred tiger barbs. You would like them. I don't mind ours. Like I said, I think the more of them you have together, the better. And then whatever fish you put in your community, they don't bother them because they're good. My neons, my blue tetras, they stay kind of lower than the tiger barbs, and the clown loaches kind of stay lower. The bella sharks and the iridescent shark kind of stay mid to high to low, and that's pretty much all the different fish in there. I've never had problems with tiger barbs. Have no idea. Sergeant Tank says nope. Priscilla MK Art, Joseph, you lucky. Nisi isn't here. Da, 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 da. Well, you see what's in the 1,000 gallon at the store. Rare fish you can't buy. Never liked them. Never liked tiger barbs. Yeah. They are fin nipping little boogers. Okay, guys. We are at 10 o'clock. Okay, you like green tiger barbs. Yeah, my son has like 7 in his community tank. and they really colored up really nice, and I like them. I don't spend a whole lot of time with them. Right now I'm more into plecos than anything. That's kind of what my channel has been about here lately. I'm more into plecos than anything right now. But you like glow barbs? I've never had any glow barbs, Kevin. Fish Tropic says, let me. I've never seen God, Laden, El Dorado anymore, or albino tarpon. MK Arc says, mine are in with the angels, but as they don't get along with the angels because they are 3 times the size. Jage Aquatic says, iridescent sharks, aka tank breakers. Yeah, the one that he has is a dipstick too, because you walk into that room and it's a wonder he hasn't had a broken swim bladder. He's not very big. I mean, he's still juvenile. Priscilla says it's 9, Jeff. Yeah, it's 9 for you. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it quits, guys. Sergeant Tank, have a great night, man. Thanks for coming. KG is trolling the stream again. Have a good one. Thanks for everybody that stopped by. And don't forget to stop by Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of the week. Peace, y'all.